Hi garden friends, welcome to the channel. I'm Era and this is Gardening on Purpose. I garden in Georgia Zone 8A where I do gardening related videos. Today I just want to give you a quick update of what's happening in the garden. Here we are in the third week of March 2024, guys. So some plants have leafed out, some plants are actually budded up, guys, and some pre-blooms are happening. So let me show you. First thing I want to show you is this Purple Falls wisteria. This guy here I bought at Lowe's on clearance, guys. This was a 2.5 gallon and this guy here was $12. Okay, I put it in this arbor that I bought, that I've been trying to put something in this arbor for quite a while, and I finally found it, and it is leafing out. It's looking healthy, so I'm really happy about that, guys. Next up, I want to show you my peony. This is my Sergeant Laverne peony, guys, and look at that. Is that a bud? It is. It is a bud, and it's, you know, it's healthy because it has a bunch of ants on it. When you see ants on your peony, I've read that it's nothing to worry about. I think it gives off something that the ants like, or maybe the ants help it to open up. I'm not sure exactly, but if you see ants on your peony, don't worry. That's actually nothing wrong with that. And there's a bud here, there's a bud there, and there's a bud there, guys. This one in particular is the Sergeant Laverne. It's red. Now, at the same time I bought that one, which was 2 years ago, I bought this one too, which is also budded up, and there's some sort of an insect on it right now. And they bloom really early, so peonies come and go really fast. And here we are in the third week of March. They are budded up. They are tough, guys. So if you're looking for a tough plant that you don't have to worry too much about, the peony is perfect. This one is white. I don't remember the name and I lost the tag, but they are budded up, guys. My Japanese maples have leafed out, guys. I have 3 Japanese maples that I keep in a container, and this one is the Acer palmatum winter red. This one, these were all gifted to me. This is the Acer palmatum katsura, and this one here is the Acer palmatum Oregon sunset. And all 3 of them, guys, have leafed out and they're looking really nice. My Chinese snowball viburnum is looking gorgeous, guys. This guy here I bought at Home Depot. It was half off, and it was usually, I think it was 24 something. I got this for $12, guys, in a 2 gallon. This is a Chinese snowball viburnum, and look at this really nice white beautiful bloom. It starts out green, so here's a newer one. Starts out green, and then it ages to a really beautiful white, guys. It's really windy today, guys. Really windy. So excuse me if you're hearing all that back noise, but guys, this is a beauty. I can't wait for this thing to get to its capacity. I heard that this is it's pretty much just a small tree. It can go pretty big, so I might have to move it from here. But I am loving what I'm seeing, guys. My autumn carnation azalea. This is a reblooming azalea. This is the autumn carnation, is budded up, guys. It's a beauty. Look at this beautiful pink. It looks exactly like that. Here are all the buds. These bloom in the spring, the summer, and the fall. The spring blooms are usually way more magnificent than the fall and the summer, but they do bloom nonetheless. These guys here are hardy, let me see, zone 6A to 10, and they grow an average height of 4.5 feet in height by 4 feet in width, guys. I love this one. The autumn joy sedum clumps are getting bigger and bigger, guys. As you know, this is my favorite perennial. I love it because from spring to the end of the year, it literally gives you something to look at. So this is what I've been looking at all spring, the clump getting bigger and bigger. Then it's going to shoot out its blooms, it's going to turn pink, and then it's going to turn red, and then I'm going to have winter interest, and then it's going to start at the bottom of the plant, it's actually going to start to create new buds again. It's really beautiful. If you don't have autumn joy sedum, it's the perfect perennial in my opinion. Guys, these sea hollies here, I had bought these bare root last year. Didn't realize that they weren't going to bloom this year, but they have put on so much growth. So I'm really hoping that I get a bloom this year, guys. I'm really fingers crossed. This is the Eryngium, also known as sea holly. This is supposed to be a nice purple spiky bloom, and I'm really excited about it. Let me know if you have the sea holly or the Eryngium in your yard. Guys, I've got blooming salvia. Look at that. They are blooming, guys. We are, what is today? The 20-something of March? They're blooming. Now, I moved my salvias so much that I'm actually lost track of what this is. I know I have Rose Marvel salvia, but I also have some other salvias here. I remember buying some salvias at Lowe's on clearance, and it just said salvia. It just had like 2 salvias in there, and I don't remember the actual name, and I don't think it actually had a name on it, but it's a beauty, guys. And all over the yard I have them, and they're all doing this. So I'm really excited about this salvia here. The main yard is looking really nice, guys. The roses have put on some growth. I have to go back and prune them. These are the ones from the prior years. These are, I've had these now, this is going to be their 3rd year. And these are the ones that I just recently planted. And they're looking really nice, guys. All the roses that I planted in that rose video a couple of weeks ago, every last one of them are doing really great. There's the Oklahoma right here. Back here is Mr. Lincoln and Delarice. And here is Gold Medal and Medallion. Yeah, that's Medallion and that's Gold Medal. They are all 10 of them are doing great. I also wanted to show you there's new growth on my crepe myrtles, guys. Now, crepe myrtles, sometimes they look like nothing's happening, but then one day you come out and then here's all this growth. This is a Delta series crepe myrtles. I have 5 of them. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4. They're either pink, pink, red, or lavender. We've got the Delta Fusion, Delta Eclipse, and they all have new growth, guys. And you might have noticed also I added a little hedge back here. Looks like I ended up having more plants that I needed, so I ended up putting this recurve privet here across the fence line to help with a little bit of privacy, guys. These I got on sale, $10 for a 2.5 gallon at Lowe's, guys. I did a little bit of moving around. If you actually been watching my channel, you would notice that those 2 red plants there, those are the Orange Rocket Barberry, and they were actually a little further down in the garden. They were actually down here in this garden bed, and I moved them because I like the idea of having that sunshine ligustrum in the middle, and then having that barberry to the right and the left, and then having the bird bath right there. So that was a little aesthetic I was going for. Let's see how it works out for the rest of the season. But everybody's coming up, guys. Everybody's coming up. Everybody's looking good. The lamb's ear is looking nice and shiny. All the catmints are looking nice. The roses are looking nice. The daylilies are really popping. I can't wait for them to come out. We've got some Chinese fringe flower over there. that's blooming. It's been blooming since like last 3 weeks now. And this bed, I mean, everything's looking great, guys. The daisies, the roses, daylilies, dianthus. Another one of those salvias that I mentioned. This is another bed. Got nice blooms, guys. So everybody's looking really, really great. Now, what I also wanted to show you lastly, well, not last, but one of the beds I wanted to show you is that my German bearded iris is looking really, really nice. I'm expecting a bloom. I got blooms last year, and it was absolutely gorgeous. It was a really nice, deep, almost black purple, and it was absolutely gorgeous. And I really, really hope that it comes through again this year. It has put on, I'm not sure what you refer to these as. I know for daylilies they're called fans. I don't know if these are leaves, but when I had this, these weren't on here. These are all brand new. So I'm assuming that I should be getting blooms this year. There's so much space in this bed, guys. So many more things to do, but I'm trying to plant via seed for the annuals to save some money. Finally, I want to show you this side garden bed here, which is between me and my neighbor. And this is pretty much, like I mentioned earlier in some of my videos, this is pretty much part sun to shade, like serious shade, like less than 2 hours of shade. And they're all looking great. I've got gardenias in here. I've got Yuletide camellias in here. That's the Yuletide camellia right here. That's the gardenia right here. And then I've got all my macrophylla hydrangeas. Now, I'm not the biggest fan of hydrangeas. I like hydrangeas, but I actually prefer, and I know people like the white ones, the panicles, but I actually prefer the mop heads. I love that purpley bluey color. And these are all things that I bought 2 years ago. This is a Summer Crush. We've got the Bloomstruck, the original by I think it's called, what's it called? I can't remember right now, but if I remember, I'll definitely put it on. And this was just like a no-name brand hydrangea that was on sale at Lowe's for $10, guys. So these are what all these are, and these are in the front of the bed, and behind them is the Dr. Tinsley camellia that I bought at that nursery. I haven't gotten a bloom on it. I don't think I'm going to get a bloom for another year, but that's fine. This bed is a work in progress. I don't need this bed to be completely done. What I do need is the screening plants to come through for me, but the regular plants, they're quite fine. And as you can see, I have the leaves that I use as mulch over here. And then here is where mostly you get even more shade. And here is where I am going to be completely doing, I really want to have a really, really nice hosta garden, guys. I love hosta. And yes, they do go to sleep in the winter, but a hosta garden is so beautiful with all the different textures, all the different colors, all the different, you know, forms and heights. I really love hostas. So I'm in the process of getting a hosta garden together. You might have seen my video where I showed you I bought all these bare root hostas, and that's the plan. So let me just show you where they are. Now, they were in front of my yard in the garage, in front of the garage. But we have been having such great weather. I brought them outside so they can really, like outside. Not just in front of the driveway, but literally in the backyard where they're actually going to live. So that's what all these are going to end up in that bed, guys. A lot of plants, a lot of work that I have to do, and I need to get it done. The next 10 days, I don't see anything about a frost, but of course my frost is not for another 5 weeks, so I can wait. I can wait 4.5 to 5 weeks. But that's pretty much what's happening in the backyard, guys, right now. That's what the yard is looking like. Now, soon, probably sometime this week, I need to get my compost mixed in with this soil from last year so I can get ready to plant my edibles. This is where I have all my grow bags, and this is where I grow my corn, my green beans, my cantaloupe, my eggplant, my okra that I love so much, and of course I have my little things here. And this is the expansion of the garden, guys. Remember I told you that I put the work in? Because before, I literally was just stopping the garden right here and just had over here being brush. And then one day I got up and I was like, listen, you got to clean the yard up. You want to make more space, you got to clean. I cleaned this yard up, guys. And then I put some hedge plants. I put some rocks around the trees for definition. Don't know what's going to go here. I really don't, but something's going to go here. I have enough plants where something can go here. And this area here in the back is even worse clay than down here. Now down here is clay, and I really deal. But here, you have to have vigor when you're digging in these holes. Now, I can't use an auger. If I use an auger and that thing hits a root, I'm going to break my wrist. So I literally prefer to use the shovel. The augers sound, it looks nice, it sounds nice, but in reality, when you're messing with Georgia clay, you've really got to be careful. You've got to have a serious grip on that thing to prevent yourself from hurting yourself. But anyway, that's what all this space is. Just waiting for me to figure out what I'm gonna do with it, guys. If you have any suggestions, please let me know. I did move a lot of plants around, so if you see something that wasn't there before, that's what that is. And that's pretty much it, guys. Let me know what you think. This is the backyard only, though. Please like, please share, please subscribe. Please remember to hit the notification bell to be alerted on my new videos. Oh, one thing I want to show you guys, one last thing I want to show you is that I'm having this idea where I want to do some art in the garden. Now, I don't want to buy anything, and this would be a perfect place, as my neighbor told me. And I thought so, the same thing too. But one of the reasons I'm apprehensive of putting that thing there is because of the cord and electricity and stuff. This would be a perfect place, I think. And so does my neighbor. He gives me advice to put a fountain. But I just don't want the work to have to maintain a fountain and dig stuff up and run wires, electricity and all kinds of stuff. Plus my yard, when we have these bad storms, that particular area there is really, really wet and it actually floods. So I don't know. So what I'm thinking of doing, instead of putting a fountain, and let me know what you think, instead of putting a fountain, I want to gather some rocks and do some sort of a rock sculpture. Now, don't even pay attention to this. This is just the rocks that I've had so far. This is not the actual art. But this is where I want to put it. And there's a dip in the yard right here, so the water kind of stays here a little bit too. And I do have those solar things that I put in my bird bath to create a fountain in the summer. And that's to the extent that I really want a fountain. Fountains are a lot of work and electricity and all kinds of stuff and digging up stuff that I don't want to do. Unless, if you know that it's not, just correct me and let me know. But otherwise, let me know what you think. Let me know if you have any ideas about what could go here. I'm thinking a rock sculpture, something I can build, something I can put together. I just put that there just as a base, but that's not the actual art, guys. Anyway, let me know what you think. Please like, please share, please subscribe, and please remember to hit the notification bell to be alerted on my new videos, guys. Thank you so much for all your comments. As always, it is truly appreciated. Have a great day. Bye-bye.